Well, hello there, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Rocketcraft Season 2. See how the title almost matches with the background there? That's magic. Yeah, welcome to another episode. We have gathered a bunch of people over here to celebrate the end of the food lottery. If you remember, the food lottery was an optional thing that we could do where you had to eat a randomly generated food source determined by the food lottery machine, and you could only eat that food source for the entire week.
All know why you're here. You've completed one of the most grueling challenges in Minecraft, which was the food lottery. An optional challenge that you didn't have to do, but you did it anyway because you're
hardcore.
Yeah. We've been eating absolute trash, and I can't wait to get back to cooked steak and golden carrots.
I quite like my pies.
I already have my carrots on cue ready for after the.
I'm a pie kind of guy.
I can't avoid all this trash here.
If you throw anything at James, he picks it up. Did you guys know that?
That's the thing. I just can't. I just can't not pick it up.
He's a proper magpie, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's not that. It's rubbish just floating there. I just can't be dealing with it. Just stop. All right. How much rubbish have you got on you?
Oh dear.
I was in the nether all this afternoon, so I've got stacked for the nether.
I feel responsible for this.
So, how did everyone find the food lottery? Josh, how did you find that?
On a vegetarian diet, not that great.
No? You want some meat?
Give me that old meat.
Give me that meat. Give it to me raw.
Cooked, please.
The meat.
Better saturation.
Chef, how was your experience of the food lottery?
First 2 weeks were really rough. The last couple of weeks have not been too bad. So it was raw potatoes and beets week 1 and 2. That's just awful. It's a half a haunch. It's bad. It's so bad. There was apples last week, and this week has been raw pork chops, which isn't too bad. In real life, you'd be in the hospital, but in Minecraft, it's really not that bad.
Yeah. Well, I think I had kind of the opposite experience to you. The first 2 weeks were pretty smooth sailing.
Yep.
The last 2 weeks haven't been so great. Dried kelp is awful.
Yeah.
Just awful. Cherry, you've probably had it the worst.
Yep. I think we all agree on that.
I don't think anyone can deny that Cherry has had the hardest 4 weeks of her life.
Not really.
In Minecraft.
Honey balls are pretty easy.
If you say so.
What else did I have? I forgot.
Dried kelp.
Yeah, but everyone's had one. You've had that. It's on that.
You've had beetroots.
Beetroot weren't too bad because I had a box full of back at my base.
Allison, you have to throw all your trash down on the floor down there. James will pick it up. It doesn't matter what it is.
I've had it pretty easy, apart from the kelp week. Easy.
Yeah, dried kelp was probably the worst.
I just spent all my time when I was on here just cutting and cooking, cutting and drying kelp. It's annoying.
Yeah.
Actually,
Kez, how was yours?
Pretty good. Up until this last week, anyway.
Yeah.
Dried kelp is the worst.
It is one of the worst in the game.
Yeah, I can't wait to get rid of it.
she only got the bad ones when she drew it for herself.
Well, I told you. But that took once I get cooked mutton the first week. That's all right.
Yeah.
The Viking helmet covers.
Can't remember what I had the second week. I had sweet berries 1 week. That was fine.
Yeah, I drew them ones for you.
Yeah, it's been all right.
And Sonic, how was your diet?
Well, mate, I mean, week 1 straight into the rotten flesh diet. It was I was eating something that gave me the hunger effects. So it was uphill from there, to be honest. Everything else I got after that was excellent.
Yeah. You're the only one that ever got rotten flesh as well.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, congratulations to all of you for taking part and completing this challenge. More rockets are needed. Woo!
Woo!
How
GG,
about
everyone.
rockets? Well
We
done,
survived.
everyone.
Yes.
We made it.
Nobody starved to death.
So, no, I'm
I'm
surprised
out.
by that.
I'm out.
So, who would like to come up and claim their trophy first? Should we start over here again? Josh, would you like to come and claim your trophy? Doesn't matter which. One of them is yours. You don't even have to use your pickaxe to break it.
He's eyeing them up.
You can fist it. I'll let you
Just
fist
like
my
your
trophy.
mom. Couldn't resist. It was there.
Yay!
Yay!
Woo!
Would you like to make a speech?
I'm never doing this ever again.
Woo!
Alison, how did you find the challenge anyway? You missed the beginning bit.
It was all right. I got cake, which was so fun, and I miss the cake week. It was great.
Right, I find cake everywhere, so if I get
Yeah,
hungry, I'm like,
I
"There's cake."
left a trail everywhere. It's amazing.
We've
and
got
then
a
I
lot
had...
of tidying up to do.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll get to it eventually.
I'll just start eating it when I see it. Now that I'll be able to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a fat kid. I want cake.
The snack for all.
I even built a bakery at my base because of the cake week. It was great. Then I had tropical
there's-
fish.
There's still cake at the spawn portal that's been there for about a month, but it's still good.
Yeah, it keeps. It's
Yeah.
Shelf stable for sure.
Were you the only one that got tropical fish?
Oh, I don't know.
I think so.
I think you were.
That one wasn't super fun, but
You have to eat like 4 a second or something.
yeah, I would walk maybe 10 steps and then have to eat half of a stack. I went through a lot of fish that week. And then I had cooked stuff for the rest of the stuff. I think it was cooked mutton and then cooked salmon.
Nice.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Well, come forth and claim a trophy. Which one are you going to go for? They take a moment to break.
Yay!
You can make a speech if you want to. You can thank anyone that needs thanking.
Let them eat cake.
Yes. Let them have their cake and eat it.
Nice.
Chef, come forward and claim a trophy.
I'm gonna beat it with a telescope.
Mm-hmm. Yay! And again, if you've got any thank yous or dedications, now is the time.
I just want to thank all of you beautiful people. I just couldn't have done it without you. Thank you so much.
It was too much for him. Too much.
He got a bit emotional.
Yeah.
Cherry, would you like to come forward and claim your trophy?
Yeah, give me my.
You're like a pinata. We're just all just
Love taps. I love tap. Love you.
Yeah. Which one of these trophies would you like to take?
Does anyone else find Cherry's skin? Is Cherry's skin absolutely terrifying, or is that just me?
Yeah,
It's
it
scary.
haunts me.
Yeah.
I don't know what I am. I love this one. I don't get it.
Just punch
Punch
it till it breaks.
You have to
Because-
kill James, and then it pops. Yay, Cherry!
Yay!
Woo!
Shove it in the box.
Yep. Put it on display, somewhere in your base.
Yeah.
Kez, up you come. Claim a trophy. Well done, Kez.
Thank you, thank you.
And Sonic, would you like to come forth and claim one of these trophies? In the name of Hedgehog Kind.
Doing it. Wow, this is taking ages. Okay.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's for dramatic effect.
Ooh.
Yay!
Yay!
Awesome.
And
These are so cool,
I
mate.
will.
Yeah,
I'll
James,
take my
you need
trophy.
one as well.
so-
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I'll
Can we
take this
just
one.
say GG to James for making a really cool trophy as well?
Absolutely.
Pretty awesome.
Thanks.
He looks after us.
Oh, that was tough. That one. That was tough. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how they turned out. First time playing around with Blockbench, making this sort of thing,
Yeah.
and the fact that it's got like a collision box and the hitbox is accurate. To all of
Okay,
it.
it's
Oh,
a
that's
thunderstorm.
ominous. That is ominous.
Yeah, it is.
And
And
now
we've, of
everyone
course,
will eat
got-
cake forever.
There will be
We're not
cake
eating
everywhere.
parrots.
Yeah, everyone has to own a parrot, and everyone has to eat cake.
Can't we own cake and eat the parrot?
No.
I'm good
Yeah.
with that. I'm good that way around.
So, of course, the other 5 will be collected by the others that couldn't be with us right now. That would be Hippo, Jed, Luke, Sarah. And who's the other one?
So now that the food lottery is over and done with, I'm back on a diet of daddy's meat, otherwise known as cooked beef. And I'm back over at my base where I have collected a few Allays from a raid tower that was quite far away. And they've added in a mechanic recently where you can actually breed them using an amethyst shard and music. But it's not really breeding, it's more like duplication, because you just give an amethyst shard to one guy and then like one of these little things, and then they will sort of duplicate themselves. And so I'm just going to give you a little demonstration of that now. I've been working on a music disc pack for our server, so a custom Rocketcraft music disc pack, and this one, that one's a secret, you can't hear that one, but this one you can hear. Only members of Rocketcraft can hear that other one. And yeah, it's one of my favourite time-lapse music songs, and this gets the Allays in the mood. As you can see, they're like sort of dancing around. They've got this cool animation. When they first came out, I wasn't overly sold on Allays. Like, there was like their pathfinding was a bit meh. They got easily confused and lost, and they were slow to pick things up and slow to deposit them. But they seem to have improved the way they work. Mojang have taken on board all the feedback from the community, and they're not too bad now. I mean, obviously it's not what I wanted. I wanted a copper golem, and yeah, you can actually kill them and get their heads thanks to Foxy's mob head pack, but you can't kill the ones that have got an item in their hand. As you can see, like, you can't kill those ones. Let's just empty my inventory. So, because you can only interact with them with an empty hand. You like right click them and take the item back out of their hand, and then you can kill them. I know it seems harsh, but they're so easy to get more of now. Before, they were incredibly hard to get more of, so now I could just kill as many as I want and get as many heads as I want. I'm not evil, but you know. Who doesn't like having some Allay heads? But anyway, there's got to be more to these things than just the heads, right? So I thought, I'm going to take them over to my raid tower and see if I can make some sort of automatic filtering system involving Allays, because the one thing that they can do, that nothing you can't do any other way really, is to sort non-stackable items. And of course, as you know, raid farms, they have tons and tons and tons of junk. So let's just get this guy back in here. I want to try and get him in this cauldron. I've seen people on Java. They get them in the cauldron and then they sort of trap them in there with a wall, and then you put like the item filter next to them that they're going to be like, grabbing the items out of, the item stream, should I say? And it's not really that easy to set up, as I'm finding. What? I didn't mean to do that. But anyway, yeah. So raid farms is the best use I can think for these things, because as you know, they've got a few non-stackable items in there that I do want to keep, specifically the totems of undying and the books. I might as well keep the books as well. But working with these things is not easy. They are kind of frustrating. You want to get in there? No, it's not cooperating. Okay, so plan B, I've sort of set up a little wall pen here for it, and then I've corralled it in there, and now hopefully it's not in the cauldron, is it? No, of course it's not in the cauldron. Now it's stuck in the wall block. Yeah, it's stuck in the wall block. That's great. Okay, so we've given up on that idea. That doesn't seem to work on Bedrock. So we're going to go with minecarts instead. So I've trapped that one in a minecart, I've given it a book, and it should, in theory, just pick up any books that come through this system here. I mean, an average raid, you're going to get one book. Generally, they're not really worth keeping, but, you know, I've got the Allays. I might as well try to make them sort out the non-stackables. You could probably apply this to a fishing farm as well, but I don't need a fishing farm really at this point in the game. But it would be nice to sort out the totems of undying from all of the junk in this farm. Yeah, he did grab that book, so this has potential here. So if I dig out this area around here and put in some sort of like hopper collection system, and they need note blocks as well to tell them where to drop the things off. So sometime later, I've set that up now, and I'm trying to lure another one in here. Oh, okay. Well, it's gone in one of them, not the one I was thinking it was going to go in, but it's in there. And now I've got to find another one. It's somewhere around here. I bought like 3 over. He's somewhere around here. Here's a totem. You've got a totem. Do you want it? Do you want it? Do you want it? Where is he? Oh, there he is. Right, now you get in that minecart. They do have a bad rep, these things, for like being notoriously difficult to work with, like trying to get them into a filtering system. But I have successfully trapped 3 of them in minecarts now. So let's just block them off. Thinking about it, I think that... Will they be able to grab the item through that little corner of the slab there? In the water stream? I'm not sure. We'll try it like this. I think they will. I'm not 100%. Either way, we're getting somewhere. We're actually getting somewhere now. Okay, so after testing it, I have moved the slabs up a layer because they weren't able to grab the items through the corner of them. But it should now be working, and when an item comes down from the raid farm above, it goes into that that dropper at the bottom there, which will spit the item out automatically, and it will activate these note blocks, and that will hopefully... They've got some, but they... And this is like the burner dropper, but I haven't turned it on yet because obviously I don't want to be burning actual totems while testing this thing. So let's just chuck a few in the water stream, and... Yeah, they are definitely picking them up, but they don't seem to be depositing them out, into the hopper behind them. Okay, well anyway, I've done a little bit more testing, and oh, look at that. That's convenient. The first one in the raid farm, lower Trident Killer, is a Pillager Captain, which is what I needed. I've got some Bad Omen now. So if we head up to the top of the farm here and trigger a raid, thanks to the villager that's trapped up here, we should hopefully be able to watch this thing in action then and give it a good test and see what actually gets filtered out and what gets burnt and what gets kept. So yeah, let's just turn this on. Apologies about the noise, like Trident Killers are not quiet. So the items should, in theory, just shoot straight down that hole there once they've been crunched up by the Trident Killers. As you can see, it makes short work of them. This is a really fast design of Raid Farm. This is Silent Whisperer's design. He's version 6. He's done like 6 versions of this farm. But yeah, it's hard to see like the items plopping down each wave of raid as they get destroyed. There'll be some emeralds. There'll be some a lot of junk, but there'll also be a few totems here and there in each raid. There should be about 4 or 5 in each total raid. So let's just hop down here quickly and take a look-see. And have they actually managed? No, they're still not depositing the items into the hoppers for some reason. I don't know why. And I think that hopper there is locked because it's right next to that filter for the emeralds. So I'm going to have to move that over a block as well to give it a bit of gap. But yeah, these things are not picking the item. Like, they're not able to deposit the items while they're trapped in minecarts for whatever reason. And there's a wandering trader out there. I don't know. Might have to rethink this completely. Let me come back to it. Okay, so I've redesigned it again, and this time we've made it like a prison down here, so that they're trapped in a room that they can't get out of, but they are able to just sort of freely move around. And hopefully they should be quick enough to intercept the majority of the items and then chuck them into the hopper, which is next to the note block. So yeah, like I say, we've had to make it kind of like a prison in here. They can't get out of this room, as far as I can tell. Oh, I've also moved that emerald filter over by a block, so hopefully that won't be locking that hopper anymore. So yeah, I think it could work as long as they don't ever escape. Right, so let's trigger another raid. Again, sorry about the noise. They are very noisy. And as you can see, the junk is falling down. So let's finish this raid off, and then we'll jump back down and we'll see if they've actually managed to grab anything. So, have you managed to grab anything? They're still sort of moving around. I don't know if they have or not. It would appear they have been grabbing some stuff. Not really chucking them into the right chest, so they're not really filtering the books from the tomes, but it does look like they are just grabbing just the items that I want, which is good. And hopefully, you know, all the other junk is just getting burnt, so... yeah. Well, I think that's a success. I think we can count that as a success there. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go and AFK this thing for a long time. Like, we're talking a few hours worth of AFK here, and we'll see how they get on after a few hours. Okay, so it's actually been a few hours of farming raids here, and so far so good. They just keep going. This farm is really good. And yeah, the items are still coming down. Is this the end of this raid? No, there's still one more wave. I'm just going to pause it. I can't be hacked away. Oh, I forgot to put my lights back on. Always wear your Thorns armor when you're AFKing at these things as well, just in case there's some pesky Vexes. You never know. I see a few totems floating around in a book. Does that mean that they just couldn't put any more in? Oh yes. Oh wow, yeah, that's filled up, and some. We probably lost a few on the way. But yeah, look at that. That is a lot of totems. And I'm guessing there should be a fair few emeralds in here as well. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And a some in there. Wow, that's actually better than I was expecting. So we are just catching just those 3 types of things out of this raid farm now. And we're getting rid of all the rubbish, which is brilliant. So all in all, I would say that's actually been a huge success. I found a use for Allays. They're not completely useless like I thought they were. They are actually good for one thing. It's the only thing I can think to use them for. But if you've got them, you might as well try and use them, is what I say. I didn't get my copper golem, but we've at least got something that can sort items out in the raid farm, which saves me a bit of time manually sorting through them all. So that's a good thing. So thank you, Mojang, for that. So anyway, that is the end of this episode. I do hope that you have all enjoyed it, and I will hope to see you down in the comments and hitting the like and the share and the subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe if you are not already subscribed, because it does help out the channel immensely. But otherwise, I'll see you for another episode of Rocketcraft very soon. So take care, and bye for now.